I feel that one of the biggest problems we face as a collective is that we don't trust our intuition enough. We don't give our intuition enough credit considering how intelligent and attuned it actually is. Because if you have set your intention clearly and consciously, you have been called to something, you have been called to do something, to be someone, to explore a different dimension, and you have consciously chosen to follow that calling, then everything becomes a clue. You get clues all over the place. Your mind, your body, your feelings, your external environment all try to lead you there. They all signal you, they all give you clues to how to get there. All that you have to do is to listen to those clues. But the thing we do is actually reject and resist the clues based on our intellect, based on our logic, based on our egoistic survival reaction. And that delays our breakthrough even further. That delays our reaching to that intention, our reaching to that reality we've been called to. But if you simply listen, if you simply learn to trust in your intuition, because see, everything, once you set your intention clearly and consciously, everything will try to get you there. Everything around you will assist you to get there as fast as possible. And the biggest conundrum we face actually happens when our intuition tells us to stop. When your mind, when your body, when your feelings, when your external reality is telling you to stop learning new things, to stop doing more new things, to stop looking for new things, to just stop. Here is when our egoistic reaction is mostly activated. Here is where our survival reaction, our coping mechanisms are mostly activated, because the ego does not comprehend how to get something without always be doing something. It does not understand what's beyond practicality, what's beyond the matrix, what's beyond the Maya, what's beyond the 3D. And how do things work in the 3D? They work. The harder you sweat, the harder you suffer, the more you suffer, the more you struggle, the better is your success, the higher the reward rate is. That is the typical conditioned programming of this matrix, of this 3D reality. And that's what gets activated. It mostly gets activated when it's time for us to stop seeking, to stop trying, to stop looking. What happens when that gets activated is that no matter how much we feel as if we need to stop, we need to give ourselves a break, there's no more space on your plate. You feel absolutely drained. You feel as if, not drained, not necessarily drained, but you feel as if you've done everything. You've followed the signs. You followed your intellect. You followed your intuition. You've been led to that place to do those things, to learn those things, to explore this thing. And you've done it all, but nothing yet seems to have changed as immediate as you would have expected it to have changed. And that's when you get triggered. And that's when you always get into that survival aspect, survival mode, and you start creating more steps for yourself that has nothing to do with your intuition, that has nothing to do with your guidance, with your inner or outer guidance. It's just something that you create in desperation. Well, maybe I need to do those things that everyone else is doing. Maybe it's because I have not struggled enough. Maybe it's because I've not suffered enough. Maybe it's because I did not pull an all-nighter, Maybe it's because I did not completely drain myself and invest myself in, towards that intention. Maybe that's why I'm still not there. Maybe that's why I've not achieved, I've not deserved that thing. But what you're actually doing here is that you are rejecting, you are resisting your intuition, and you are creating a new path, a different path that requires you to do those things that you create for yourself, to take those more steps, to take those extra unnecessary steps to get to that intended place, to get to your dream reality, to achieve your goals, to reach to your end goal, whatever that thing you've been called to actually is. So you end up creating more steps because you don't trust your intuition, and you prolong your journey. And now you affirm to yourself, well, everyone did this thing before they actually had that which I seek, and so it must mean that I have to do those things as well. And now this becomes your reality, and you have to take those extra steps. You have to suffer more, you have to struggle more, and then it becomes this rat race. You get caught in this rat trap, not even rat race, and you're just going in a cycle. No matter how much your intuition, your guidance is telling you to stop, you have no more space at this point. You will know when it's time for you to learn new things, to do new things, to explore a different dimension. You will know, you will have all of the capacity for it. You will be driven to it because your body, your mind, your feelings are intelligent, and they know exactly what your grand intention is and what's necessary to get you there. Your intuition is always conscious of that, and it will lead you there if you listen to it. It will tell you, you will feel it coming from deep within you that you need to do this thing. And it's gonna feel good. Leave aside, that you might need to get out of your comfort zone at some times. That's also gonna come to you intuitively. It's not necessarily gonna feel good, but it's gonna feel real. It's gonna feel as if it's leading you there, not just another shot in the dark. You're trying, oh, maybe it's this, maybe I need to get the rest of my life in check in order for this thing to work out, in order for me to get closer to that thing. It's not a shot in the dark. When it's intuitive, when it's coming to you intuitive, you know that you have to do it. It feels real. It feels almost 100% real or necessary or required. You know that you're taking a right step, not just a 50-50 kind of step. But when your intuition tells you to stop, it's a very good sign to stop. It's a very good sign to let go, because now you've done everything necessary. You've learned all that's necessary for you to get closer to that, to reach that intention, whatever it is. And you just have to acknowledge that that's all you need to do. That's all what's on your part. The rest is gonna unfold magically. The rest is gonna unfold already because you've done it. But you have to acknowledge this. But as long as you are thinking, as long as you are affirming that I need to do more, that maybe I did not do enough, maybe I did not do what's necessary, then you are affirming that you do not yet deserve that which you seek, that you are still further behind from the end goal. And that's why it never happens, and that's why you're always pursuing it in desperation, and you are creating more steps. You are affirming that I need to do all of those things before I get there, before I deserve this. You are rejecting whatever blessings you might have been able to receive if you had just acknowledged that that's all what's meant on your part, and the rest is for the universe to unfold. The rest comes to you naturally because you followed your intuition, because you already feel the relief of having done everything there for you to do. As long as you're Whenever you rest, whenever you take a moment for yourself, whenever you just, try to take a break from all of the seeking, from all of the pursuit, from all of the needing to know, to figure out new things, to learn new things, to do more things, as long as you take a break from them and you feel anxious, you feel this crippling anxiety pushing you to do something, to get off your ass and pursue, figure something out, do more stuff, do more things, then you did not yet acknowledge that you've done all that's necessary. And as long as you did not acknowledge that reality, it's not gonna become your reality. You're gonna be creating just more and more steps between you and that intention. And that's why you should learn to trust your intuition more. You should know how to give more credit to your intuition. Because at this point, we're just rejecting it. We're just resisting our intuition, and we are choosing our ego over our higher self, over our connection to the infinite. This infinite knowledge, this infinite wisdom, we are rejecting this, and we are choosing to fight our way as an ego. We are choosing to be matter creating matter rather than energy creating matter. And that's how you prolong the way. That's how you reject what you're actually asking for. Because as long as whenever your intuition is telling you something, yes, when it's telling you to do more, you're all in for it. But when it tells you to rest, that's it. That's all for you. And you perhaps try it for one day and you see no immediate results. You get all worked up and you say you're rejecting, you stop trusting in it. And you say, well, maybe I need to do more. And you start creating those more steps in your head. You do them to yourself. You overthink them. You create them. They were not originally there. But you choose to create them because you are desperate. You relinquished your trust in yourself. You stopped trusting this divine, pure, conscious energy, which is your intuition, which is what your intuition is connected to, and is so much trying to lead you, to guide you to what you actually want, to that intention you've consciously chosen to follow. So my dear, lovely infinite beings, learn to trust in your intuition. Learn to trust in yourself. You have clues all over the place. You don't need anything to tell you what to do. You don't need to create more steps. The ego is not designed to figure out each and everything that's necessary to get you to whatever reality you are seeking in this life. But you have access to it if you listen closely to it. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to another video by AfsConsciousFrequency. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, because it helps me so much, and it helps this video find its way to many more others who might actually need it.